Ali Luft, Jonathan Swerve, and Yoel Tejeda. As far as the game goes, wow, that's the kind of game you hate to see anybody lose. I thought it was a well-played baseball game on both sides. We'll tip our hat to Cardinal Newman. They played a heck of a game, and the Flowers kid threw a heck of a game. But at the end of the day, I was really proud of Yoel on the mound. Really proud of the way we played defense today. I think that we won the game today because of pitching and defense, for sure. And it's at the end of the day, we did just enough offensively to win it, but we won the game on the mound and playing defense. So I tip my hat to my team. What a heck of a job by them. So.
All right, questions? I guess what a contrast from the previous game. But you all, what was, tell us through your start, what did you feel was most effective out there for you? How'd you feel out there?
Well, coming into the start, I knew that this is my last high school start that I'm ever going to have pitching. So I knew coming in I was going to give it everything I had, and it's a really good team. They have a lot of good players that I knew of, and I knew how to pitch to them, and I just came out there aggressive and wanted to beat them.
Any of the guys can talk about just that, that the ending there in the seventh. Unfortunately, he gets on base, you have to make the switch, but you come in and are able to get that last out. Just take us through that little sequence there, what were you guys kind of telling each other out of that,
Well, I can tell you this, that Yoel did a great job on the mound, but I trust Jonathan just as much, or Riley, or any of our other pitchers. So I had complete trust that Johnny was going to come in and get the job done. But you can go ahead and talk about.
Yeah, before that inning, he told me to get ready. So I've done that in previous regular season games. So I knew I was going to have to come in if somebody got on base, and that's what I did. I mean, I got 3-0, but I settled in and I threw strikes. Yeah. And I knew I had defense behind me because we were playing really good defense. Yeah.
And I knew he was going to come in well and just fill it up there and just throw strikes and get the job done. And I was just thinking, just shooting for it if the ball's in the gap somewhere.
I guess, on that note, talk about your, the hit, finally, break the stalemate there.
Yeah, it was crazy. I was just looking for, my previous at-bats, I swung first pitch, both at-bats. So, I was expecting some off-speed there with, the situation and everything. I just waited back and just put the bat on it.
Yeah, I think it was the fifth inning that there was a little bit of trouble there. Coach came out and talked to you. What did he say? And you were lights out after that. So.
Well, he just came out here. He wanted to give me a breather because it was very hot out there, and hitting and pitching. But he just talked to me. He told me he knew I have this, and just breathe, and that's all I did.
Any of you guys, this is open to, but you guys have obviously been here before. You know what it takes and all that. I mean, this was as tight a ball game as it gets. Did that experience it came through today?
Yeah, it was a crazy game. Yeah, just both teams were just fighting the whole time. It was a good game.
Yeah, I mean, I would think that being here before would give us some type of advantage, but at the end of the day, it's a baseball game.
Right.
So it doesn't, I don't know how much that really factors in. But at the end of the day, it's a baseball game. You got to make pitches, you got to make plays, and we really did that today. So that's why we won the game.
Ryan, you guys are pretty battle tested with your schedule all year, same as pretty much every year. But how much do you think that prepared you guys, and what's your confidence level going into tomorrow?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm always a believer in playing the toughest teams we can play, just so that when we get to this point of the year, we're not overpowered by an arm. We've seen it before, so that's a philosophy of mine. A lot of people get away from that with the new ranking systems because wins count more. But at the end of the day, if we're playing our best baseball at the end of the season, I could care less what our ranking is. We're going to be able to win baseball games. So, I'm a big believer in playing a good hard schedule. And as far as tomorrow goes, I have no idea about Berkeley. I haven't even checked on them yet, just because I felt like it might be bad mojo to do that. So, what we're going to do when we get out of here is we're going to start doing our homework. But I know they're a good team, a good offensive team that can swing the bat. So, it's going to hopefully be a really good game tomorrow. We're looking forward to it.
You talked about this being your last start in high school. Was there a point out there, even at the end, where you started feeling that emotion and thinking about that a little bit?
Well, coming on into that seventh inning, I knew I wanted to finish it because that's when I realized I'm like, damn, this is one of my last times I'm ever going to do this. And we were up 1-0. I wanted to be the guy to close it, and it was pretty emotional for me up there.
Is there something from this program that you're going to take? I mean, obviously you're going to the next level. Is something that coaches, players that have brought to you that really means something to you from a crowd?
Well, the school has been very, very great for me. I've been able to grow and learn as a person, and the coaches have done a lot for me to teach me, and I'm really grateful for this program.
Talk to me a little bit about the crowd today. It seems like they were trying to get to you. I mean, were you laughing it off? Did it work or?
That's something that doesn't really get to me because that's what they always try to do, to try to get me out of my groove. So I kind of just laugh at it, but like I don't let that distract me. I just stay focused on what I have to do.
What about the FSU kid? I mean, you had a few battles with him. I think he got the single in the middle the first time, and then you got him the next 2 times. Was that something you were focusing on, or?
Not really, but now that you said it, it's pretty.
Time for one last question. We wrap up. Guys, I want to thank you for your time. Congratulations.